Happy Saturday to you. We're going to talk XRP price action along with XRP being used for institutions or for people. Doesn't matter as long as we're making money. And the SEC is getting put under the spotlight thanks to Coinbase. And the Fed is out there saying, yo, we're not ready to cut rates yet, but we're looking right through the charades, aren't we? Regilio is starting us off SSDD for sure. Seriously, it's like a rinse and repeat thing. In fact, Regilio, I was looking at some messages on Reddit the other day, and I swear, the same narrative was spewed years ago. It's a mess. He also says, I'll take you on that bet just for fun, of course. If you're going to make that bet, you got to put skin in the game. Speaking of skin in the game, let's get to the heat map. XDC, not doing much at all, sitting at 5 cents, hasn't moved since a pump about a month, 2.5 months ago. Bitcoin sitting at 42,483, ETH 2254, XRP sitting at 62.3 with XLM sitting at 12.5. Crypto expert sets record straight, says XRP exists before Ripple. XRP is not created for banks. Look, I don't care how something was created, what the original use is for, because products change. Seriously, products change all the time. And if the market that you made a product for originally isn't working, you pivot to a market that wants your product. Macros underscored the original purpose of XRP, stating, XRP was not created for banks, but to empower individuals in DeFi. This assertion aimed to counter the perception that XRP was exclusively designed for institutional use amid Ripple's use of XRP to facilitate cross-border payments. Again, does it matter how it's being used as long as we use it? If it was meant for DeFi, but more institutions are adopting it, then does that really matter? No, success is what matters. But I wanted to share this with you because you've got more people out here, I guess, debating and talking about this stuff, and yet we really don't have clear use case that leads to juicy price action. I get it. XRP used to move stuff. I get it. But is that creating some price action? Okay, not really. We got more institutions involved with that creates price action? Yeah, I think we could all lean on that direction. DeFi, well, I mean, we're seeing chains out there that are big with the DeFi stuff, and they're doing okay. You got to find what works, all right? Coinbase sticking it to the SEC. Coinbase takes the SEC to court over crypto regs. Yes, I'm very happy about that. So the SEC was asked by Coinbase and was like, yo, can you tell us the regs for crypto, like clear and cut? And the SEC is like, no, we're not going to tell you. In fact, we don't have to tell you because the law's already in the books. And Coinbase is like, I don't think that that's really fair in what we're looking for. So all of a sudden, my dog started screwing around. Sorry, Vader, stop, buddy. So anyways, this is what happens now. In a crucial moment for the United States cryptocurrency scene, Coinbase, the nation's biggest cryptocurrency exchange, is getting ready for a courtroom showdown with the U.S. SEC. This legal tussle happening in the Third Circuit Court has thrown the ongoing talk about cryptocurrency regs into the spotlight. Have you noticed my dog is like totally like on me trying to lick me? Stop it, you dork. Today, the SEC denied Coinbase's petition for rules for crypto. After 18 months of silence, we went to the court to get the response the law requires. With appreciation for the third court later today, we will again seek its help by challenging the SEC's abdication of its duty. Get down. I don't need to play with you all the time. Go. So now you got Coinbase going, all right, cool. You don't want to give us the rules for crypto? You're going to hide behind the courts? We're going to ask the courts to get involved. That's juice. That's good. Now, if we could only get Patrick McHenry, Mr. Bowtie himself, to actually subpoena Gensler, hey, we might be getting more pressure put on the guy to actually do something. All right, on the live stream a few days ago, we talked about the Fed, and what we talked about specifically was their tone after, right? We know that they were going to take a pause. Fed's William douses Wall Street's rate cut speculation just days after the Federal Reserve meeting that penciled in an ample course of interest rate cuts next year, which in turn unleashed a broad rally in financial markets. One of the central bank's top policymakers pushed back on Friday. We aren't really talking about rate cuts now, New York Fed President John Williams said in an interview. When it comes to the question of lowering rates, I think it's just premature to even be thinking about that, as the central bank continues to mull whether monetary policy is the right place. Williams was the first Fed official to speak in the wake of policy meeting this week, in which the central bank left the benchmark rates at 5.25 to 5.50. So you've got Fed officials out there basically trying to do whatever they can to keep the markets cool. They don't want it to overheat because then that'll keep prices high because then people have money. And then you're going to have too strong of an economy. And then what? And then producers charge you more and then prices go up even higher. And then you pay more and then they charge you more. And then it goes up. And before you know it, you're paying like $10 to $15 for a loaf of bread. So that's why the Fed is like, yo, if we need to, we're going to raise rates again. Or, hey, we could always leave rates super high now for a long time. How would you like that? That's basically what they said. Now, XRP price action. The floor of XRP has moved up as monetary conditions have stabilized. And you can see that in the year-to-date chart right here, okay? Ignore the Taurus pump. Ignore the fake ETF pump, right? And just look at that. We're starting here. We worked through this pattern in the mid 30s. Then we worked in this pattern in the 40s. Now we worked in the pattern in the 50s. Now we're working in the pattern in the 60s. As monetary condition is easing up, as we're starting to see more and more of a probability that central banks across the globe are going to be easing rates, you're seeing the base price action of XRP move up. Now, are there pumps and dumps to play within it? Yes, of course. But the floor is moving up. I mean, it's clear as day. 30 cent, 40 cent, 50 cent, 60 cent, right? I mean, this is actually a good thing for the year. Now, when we zoom in, what I want to share with you is this, all right? We've had some attempts here as of late to breach, and we just haven't, all right? There just hasn't been enough oomph. But it's staying with support as well, okay? So we tried to break 70, couldn't happen, all right? We got rejected, pushed all the way back down, pushed down to 59.8 for the slightest moment, to only come back up above 60, sitting right now at 62.3. So there's definitely some floor resilience there. And the story is quite obvious for XRP. It's being pumped by the market. And also, what are we looking for? Well, we're looking for when the case is going to be over. We're talking about the penalty part of the case. Because then once that case is over, then Ripple Labs can move forward with a lot more plans because there's not legal action hanging over their head. Now, something I wanted to share with you is market cap action here. You had XRP knocking on the door and at times beating BNB for that fourth spot. But now you're seeing other alts move up. Look at Solana move up. Look at BNB regain back at that 37. USDC still poo-poo doing crap. Cardano moving back up now to 21. Avalanche and Doge rounding out your top 10. For you Stellar fans out there, hanging all the way back at 23. So we got the BTC ETF action that we could play for right now, and then we got to start looking at, hey, what about when the case is finalized with the penalty for primary sales? Because that then really does open up the door for quite a few things. Think about that. Once the case is done, right, and the penalty is done, all that, that would then open the doors for Ripple Labs to do some IPO action here in the United States because the case would be over. They would have satisfied the SEC, right? The courts would have been everyone would have been happy with it, right? That opens the doors for more things to come. Now, I brought up the article about, hey, why XRP was built in the first place. It's not a security. XRP is before Ripple. I brought that up because things change and things pivot. Businesses change and businesses pivot. If there's a product out there that you're marketing it for and you're not having any success with that product, but that product now is being used by someone totally different, like a different group, and they're having a lot of success with it, hey, if you're the person in charge of that, you're like, dude, this is cool. I'm awesome with that. Now, granted, you kind of wish it was for the original mode a little bit more, but hey, winning is winning, and I think that's what a lot of us are looking for when it comes to XRP. We want to see that winning continue, and we want to see some actual big use case start popping out here in 2024. When I'm looking at the charts in front of me, specifically what I'm looking at right now is market cap. I'm seeing some definite shuffling of players up on the screen. ICP making a move. You've seen some of the meme stuff make a move. Solana's made a move on back. And meanwhile, we're waiting for XRP to break and hold something super strong. XLM's still a laggard, of course. There's nothing new with that. But all that now comes to play even more as we get more clarity. And the clarity we're going to get next is going to be from the courts putting pressure on the SEC saying, hey, you can't hide behind this. Well, we already have rules and regs in place because a lot of people aren't really believing you. And you got to be honest here. How many times have we watched Gensler on the Hill be asked specific questions? Hey, is this a security? Is this a commodity? And he couldn't answer it. They even asked him, can you define a security or commodity when it comes to digital assets? And he couldn't do it. That's a bad sign. So we've got some good things out on the horizon. It's Saturday. Recovery day is over. I feel fresh. I slept a ton these last few days. What are you up to this weekend? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you cool cats later.